Hey dolls, I'm back and I'm here to share with you my makeup item choices for the week. We're going to go ahead and get started with a new week, and I decided to choose some really nice items, very inexpensive, just to create some funky eyeshadow looks, okay? So getting started, I'm going to start this week off, of course, with using my Maybelline's The Nudes palette, and it looks like this. Gorgeous, gorgeous nude shades, as well as matte browns and blacks and even taupe and cream colors. Very versatile palette, perfect for anything. And that's, again, Maybelline The Nudes. And of course, I'm going to bring some color into my eyeshadow looks, and I decided to go with the Smoky Palette 36 eyeshadow colors by Coastal Scents. Okay, now these colors are absolutely gorgeous. Some of them have shimmer, some of them are matte, and they look like this. I'm going to incorporate those nude colors as well as these brighter colors to make really cute looks. Please forgive that little pot in the corner that's missing. For some reason, I always lose or break a eyeshadow pot. All right, so moving right along, before I show you the next eye item that I'm going to use, if you just pay attention to these green shades and this little Connect 4 type of a quad looking thing, I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of some of this Milani that I have. And this is the Milani Crystal Eyes, and it's green. So I'm going to put that in the center of my eyelid for a look I'm certain I'm going to do. And this is in the shade 04, which is called Gorgeous and Glowing. Isn't that beautiful? It's absolutely gorgeous. And that's by Milani. I didn't get a chance to use the foil eyeshadows. I'm still afraid of them creasing up. I work 12-hour days, so I can't even take a risk of doing my makeup, and it just looks a disaster. So I'm going to try this one instead. Hopefully it has some staying power, and this is a sparkling eyeshadow. What I'm going to do, just to save myself, the trouble of messing everything up, is I'm going to use some of this Hard Candy Show Girly Secret, and this is a glitter glue. And I'm going to use that probably with just a brush to adhere it to the glitter eyes. Okay, so that's everything for the eyes for this week. For my transition colors as well as my blush, I'm going to be using this gorgeous, gorgeous palette. And as you can see, you have both matte and sort of glitter or pigmented shadows, and they look like this. And it's actually not a shadow. This is a blush palette by Coastal Scents, and this is the 10 blush palette. So I always mix these two shades you see here, and I'm going to get some use out of the tanner shades, maybe for a brow bone highlight. Okay, so those are going to be my blushes for all week. Now moving along to the face, for foundation, I'm going to be using this Milani. It's a cream to powder foundation, and this is in the shade Pecan. Okay, which I'm also going to be mixing. I like to mix my drugstore foundation. I find with higher end foundations, I could use them by themselves, but drugstore, I have to mix them. So I'm using the CoverGirl Queen All Day Flawless 3-in-1, and this is in the shade Q830. All right, and for the rest of the face, I'm going to be setting everything with the Ruby Kisses Set It and Forget It. This is in the shade Banana. It's a 16-hour flawless rub-proof wear. It's very comparable to the Ben Nye banana powder, so I like that. I'm also hitting pan on my L'Oreal True Match, and this is in the shade Cappuccino, which I'm going to use for all over the face. For my bronzer, it's going to be coming out of the Clean Color American Chic Baked Blush Bronzer. Really good for a highlight. I'll probably wet the brush so it can show up good. All right, and also to top off my contour, which I have up here. I didn't show it to you guys yet. The contour that I'm going to be using is still the Iman. This is the cream to powder contour. It's a nice deep chocolatey color. It looks really well on my skin. And I like using both either a liquid or a cream and then topping it with a powder. The powder I'm choosing is by Black Radiance. And I usually go between the colors of Rich Mahogany or Mocha, and I think this one is Mocha. Yeah, this is Mocha this week. And if you guys really don't like a lot of flashback, because I'm going to be using the LA Pro Girl Concealer and the color Fawn. I love this stuff. I do mix it with my Graftobian Concealer sometimes, or even my MAC Pro Conceal and Correct palette. So, because by itself, I get a lot of flashback on a camera. So to prevent that from happening, I like to top my under eye concealer with an invisible blocking powder. I did learn from Goss, the makeup artist, that if you do not want flashback on that heavily highlighted under eye, you're going to want to try to use a loose powder. So if I'm not using this invisible oil blocker here, I'm typically blending the HD Set It, Forget It, and Banana as well as Topaz together, so it isn't as harsh as a yellow undercast on my face. So yeah, that's what I do. So let's get into the lip combos. All right, so here they are. I did do some swatches, which are separating right now, but okay, so on the bottom left, we have the MAC Viva Glam. It's by Nikki. It's the one with the red strip and looks like that. And I'm going to top that off with the purple shade that's on the right bottom, which is the Maybelline Color Sensational in Purple Royale. And that looks like this. Gorgeous deep purple shade. Now, the next color that you're going to see on the left in the center here, that is my Mary Kay signature, and I think this is called Mocha Freeze. Looks like this, and this is what this bottle looks like. This is the signature Mary Kay bottle. I'm going to top that off with a Luster Glass by MAC, and this is in the shade Instant Gold, and that's what you see right next to it in the middle on the right hand side. Now for those top two shades, it's gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I'm probably going to use the top right as a center lip shade, and that'll be just to make the light bounce off of my lips. And the color that you see, this is a lipstick by Ruby Kisses. I'm sorry, Nika K actually, and that's in the shade Java. So it's like a sienna brick shade color. And for the center, just so that I can get that light to bounce off of that lip color, I'm going to be using my Cattiva lip gloss. I love this lip gloss. It was like 20 bucks, believe it or not, at the makeup show, but it's totally worth it. It lasts long. I had it for almost a year. It looks like that, and it has a diamond on the top, which who doesn't love the bling? It's going to match my nails, match me. So yes, and this is in the shade number 2. And I'm going to top that, which is right here on the top right, on top of that sienna shade. And last but not least, I'm going to show you guys my eyeshadow primer. I swear by this stuff. I had to go pick up another one. This is the Perfecting Eyeshadow Primer by Black Radiance. And it's long lasting. I actually put it underneath my eyes to avoid any creasing in my concealer. So I use it for my eyebrows, my eyelids, and under my eye. Their face primer isn't as good as the eyeshadow primer, but if they had this formula for the face primer, then I wouldn't be spending my money anywhere else. But that's just a small tip, and that's what I like to use. So that's everything. I'm going to go ahead and put these items away. Definitely look forward to my faces of the day, and I will chat with you divas and dolls later. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.